Good morning, dear students. I, Professor Basavaraj Koviche, welcome you all for today's lecture. In previous class, we saw the various role of an managerial economist. Today, we shall be discussing or we will be starting your second module, which is based upon demand. First module we saw the meaning of managerial economics, scope of managerial economics, then micro and macro economics, differentiation, importance of managerial economics, then role of managerial economist, etc. we saw in our first module. In second module, we will be seeing demand, law of demand, demand forecasting, small problems on demand forecasting, etc. So, today we shall begin with the simple concept of demand. Many times we use this word in our day-to-day life. We say there is more demand for this product, there is more demand for that product, etc. But do we know usually or in economics what does demand means? We are not well versed with the definition or the perfect meaning of demand. Here, demand is an economic principle referring to a consumer's desire to purchase goods and services and willingness to pay a price for a specific good or service. Here, the demand means not only desire, because many economists have said that a mere desire cannot be a demand. Therefore, demand means nothing but a desire backed up by ability and willingness to pay. So, the meaning of demand, we can say that demand means desire backed up by ability and willingness to pay. A desire should be there. A person should desire something to purchase or to have something. Along with that desire, the person should have the ability to pay. And many times people have the ability to pay, but they are not willing to pay. Therefore, demand means desire backed up by ability and willingness to pay. Suppose there is a person by name Rahul, and this Rahul has crores of rupees property, and he has a desire of purchasing, say, Scorpio car or Scorpio vehicle. Rahul is having crores of rupees property, he is having a desire of purchasing Scorpio, but he is having ability also, but he is not willing to pay. He is very conjuice and he is not ready to remove money out of his pocket, because of which this cannot be a demand. It will be just be a desire. So therefore, only desire cannot be said as a demand. So, desire plus ability to pay plus willingness to pay. All the three things should be there. Then only we can call it as a demand. If Rahul is having crores of rupees property and he is having the ability to pay, but he is not willing to pay, daichi ichha nahi hai. So at that point of time, this cannot be said as a demand. It will just be a desire. Another case may be there wherein Rahul is poor, he is having desire of purchasing a car, but he is having willingness to pay, but he is not having an ability to pay. So at that point of time also, it cannot be said as a demand. A 2 marks question may come for your examination saying, what do you mean by demand? At that point of time, you can write, demand is an economic principle referring to a consumer's desire to purchase goods and services and willingness to pay a price for a specific good or service. In another ways, you can say that demand means desire backed up by ability and willingness to pay. If these three things are there, then we can say it as a demand. Desire should be there, ability to pay should be there, and willingness to pay should be there. If these three things are there, then we can call it as a demand. Otherwise, it is just a mere desire, and a desire cannot be said as a demand. The next, law of demand. Those students who are from background of arts and commerce may have studied this law of demand, but the students of science background will not understand the concept of law of demand. So therefore, before going to the law of demand, we will have some background preparation. Based upon that background preparation, we can move ahead with the law of demand. These things in demand or in law of demand, everything is related with the price, then the human tendency, and the psychology of a person. These three things play very important role in determining or deciding the demand and other aspects. Here, the person, how he behaves in the market, or in what way he reacts in the market with the changing circumstances of price and the product. So this circumstances or this behavior is being studied and a law of demand has been framed up. What does this law of demand says? This law of demand gives the relationship between the price and the demand. How price plays an important role in this, everything is being discussed here. So we shall see the two definitions of law of demand given by Professor Samuelson and Professor Marshall. First definition given by Professor Samuelson says that law of demand states that people will buy more at lower price and buy less at higher price if other things remain the same. Professor Samuelson says that people will buy more if the prices are less, and people will buy less if the prices are high. But the other things should remain the same. Other things means the taste, the trend, or the product quality, etc., etc. If these things are stable, then only the law of demand can be applied. The second definition given by Professor Marshall says that the law of demand states that amount demanded increases with a fall in price and diminishes with price increases. Which says that if the price is falling, demand will increase, and if the price is increasing, demand will fall. We will take an example. Suppose if a person has gone in the market to purchase mangoes. At that point of time, if the prices of mangoes are 200 rupees dozen, then the person will purchase 1 dozen. If the prices are 100 rupees dozen, the person, but naturally he will purchase 2 dozens. Or if he is willing to purchase dress materials and he enters into any shop, at that point of time, there if he sees the prices of the dress or the clothes have fallen down, he will purchase 2 or 3. And if the prices are high, he will purchase only 1 pair. So likewise, there is a universal relationship between demand and price, and the study of this relationship between demand and price is given by law of demand. This law of demand says that the increase in price level will decrease the demand, and the decrease in price level will increase the demand. So the demand and price are moving in opposite directions. If the prices fall, demand will increase, and if the prices increase, demand will fall. This is how the situation plays an important role. With this, we shall stop here. Tomorrow we shall see the law of demand, demand schedule, demand curve, etc. etc. Till then, if you all have any doubts and queries, you all can contact me at any point of time. Thank you. Good day.